November 29, 1970. A hiker and his daughters stumble across a charred body in Norway's desolate Isdal Valley. The woman's identity? A complete mystery. Her possessions? Stripped of clues. Burnt clothes, cryptic codes, and a trail of false names. She's the Isdal woman, and her death remains one of the world's most perplexing unsolved cases. Welcome to True Crime Tales with Cosette, where we unravel the darkest mysteries. Today, we step into the icy shadows of Bergen, Norway, to explore a case that's baffled investigators for over half a century. We're diving into the chilling case of the Isdal woman, a story of aliases, espionage, and a death that defies explanation. On a freezing November day in 1970, a professor and his two daughters were hiking in Isdal, a remote valley near Bergen known as Death Valley for its history of suicides and accidents. There, among the rocks, they found a woman's body, partially burnt, her hands and arms curled in a boxer-like pose, suggesting she may have been alive during the fire. Nearby were scattered clues: a burnt passport, a bottle of sleeping pills, a packed lunch, and two plastic bottles smelling of petrol. Every label on her clothing and belongings had been removed or scratched off, as if someone wanted her identity erased. The woman, estimated to be in her 30s or 40s, was well-dressed, with dark hair and a European appearance. Police found no wallet, no identification, just a few cryptic items. Among them, a coded note in her suitcase, listing dates and locations in an uncracked cipher. Was she a spy on a covert mission? A fugitive hiding from danger? Or an ordinary woman caught in a deadly plot? The mystery only deepened as investigators traced her final days. The Isdal woman had checked into multiple hotels across Norway, using at least 8 aliases, including Genevieve Lancia, Claudia Nielsen, and Elizabeth Leenhofer. She spoke French, German, English, and some Flemish, often switching wigs and paying in cash. Hotel staff described her as elegant but guarded. She requested room changes, avoided conversation, and seemed nervous, as if expecting pursuit. At Bergen's Hotel Horderheimen, a maid overheard her on the phone saying, "I'm coming soon," in German, hinting at a rendezvous that never happened. The autopsy revealed chilling details. She had swallowed between 50 and 70 phenobarbital sleeping pills, enough to kill her before the fire started. Soot in her lungs, however, suggested she was still breathing when burnt, and traces of petrol pointed to arson. A bruise on her neck hinted at a possible blow, but the cause of death was ruled as a combination of carbon monoxide poisoning and drug overdose. Her stomach contained a meal of sausage and porridge, undigested, suggesting she died soon after eating. Oddly, her fingerprints were partially sanded off, and her dental records were unique. Her teeth showed unusual gold-fused crowns, rare in Norway but common in Eastern Europe or South America. Police found 2 suitcases at Bergen's train station, containing wigs, non-prescription glasses, a spoon, and more coded notes. A fingerprint on a lens led to a shop in Stavanger, where a clerk recalled selling glasses to a foreign-looking woman who didn't need them. Her travels took her to Oslo, Stavanger, and Bergen, often by train or ferry, always under a new name. One witness, a shoemaker, reported seeing her with 2 men near a hotel days before her death, one possibly in military attire, but these men were never traced. The Cold War was at its peak, and Norway's strategic position made espionage a plausible theory. Some speculated she was a Soviet or Israeli agent, given her coded notes and evasive behavior. Others believed she was fleeing a criminal past or an abusive situation. In 2016, isotope analysis of her teeth suggested she was born around 1930, likely in southern Germany near France, and may have spent time in Asia or South America due to her dental work. Despite DNA tests in recent years, her identity remains unknown, and the code in her notes has never been deciphered. Norwegian police released sketches and appealed for information, but leads dried up. A Bergen taxi driver claimed to have driven her to Isdal, saying she seemed distressed, but his story was never verified. Theories range from espionage to organized crime to a tragic personal story, yet no family ever claimed her. Her body was buried in a Bergen cemetery in 1971, in a zinc coffin to preserve evidence, but the case grows colder each year. The Isdal woman's secrets remain locked in the icy cliffs of Bergen. Was she a spy betrayed by her handlers? A woman running from a past too dark to face? Or did she choose to vanish in flames? If you have any information or theories, share them in the comments below or contact Norwegian authorities. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more true crime tales with Cosette. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe.